If you're a fan of bold and expressive art, come check out my Patreon. For just $1, you'll get exclusive access to artwork that I don't share anywhere else. Click the link in the video description to dive into my daring creations and unique artistic style. Israel has launched a significant offensive in Gaza, escalating the already dire humanitarian crisis. Airstrikes and a ground operation are underway in Deir al-Balah, a crucial hub for humanitarian aid in the devastated Palestinian territory. This latest assault follows Sunday's devastating incident, where at least 85 Palestinians, primarily those seeking food aid, were killed near the border fence. The World Food Programme confirms the majority of victims were caught in the crossfire as they waited for a UN aid convoy. Witnesses recount massive overnight airstrikes targeting Deir al-Balah, the last relatively undamaged area in Gaza, prompting fears that the Israeli military suspects Hamas may be holding hostages there. Reports suggest at least 20 of the approximately 50 hostages remain alive. The renewed Israeli assault comes despite Hebrew media reports indicating potential progress towards a ceasefire. Between 50,000 and 80,000 people in Deir al-Balah have received forced evacuation orders, leaving nearly 87% of Gaza under such orders or within militarized zones. The UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, reports that this leaves 1 million civilians crammed into a fragmented 12% of the Gaza Strip, where essential services have collapsed. OCHA highlights Deir al-Balah's critical role in the dwindling international aid effort, housing warehouses, health clinics, and a vital desalination plant serving southern Gaza. The potential damage to this infrastructure, OCHA warns, could have catastrophic consequences. Jonathan Whitall, OCHA's head in Gaza, remains in Deir al-Balah despite the intensifying airstrikes, a testament to the ongoing commitment of humanitarian workers in the face of extreme danger. The Israeli military claims it hasn't entered the evacuation zones in Deir al-Balah, stating its operations are focused on destroying enemy capabilities and terrorist infrastructure. The unfolding humanitarian catastrophe is further underscored by reports from Gaza doctors of at least 19 Palestinians dying from hunger in the past 24 hours. Al-Aqsa Hospital spokesperson Khalil al-Dakran describes a harrowing situation: hospitals lacking food for patients and staff, unable to provide even basic necessities like baby formula. The World Food Programme details the tragic events surrounding Sunday's aid convoy, emphasizing that the shooting occurred despite assurances from Israeli authorities of improved aid delivery. The agency states that Gaza's hunger crisis has reached unprecedented levels of desperation, with almost 1 in 3 people going days without food, and 90,000 women and children in urgent need of treatment. This escalating crisis is not confined to Gaza's borders. A Houthi security official reported that an Israeli strike on Monday hit Hodeidah port in Yemen, destroying a recently rebuilt dock. The scale of the devastation and the deepening humanitarian crisis continue to raise serious international concern. The sheer number of casualties, the systematic targeting of civilians seeking aid, and the unfolding famine create a picture of unprecedented suffering and a profound challenge to the international community. The ongoing conflict and its impact on the civilian population remain deeply troubling. The desperate pleas for food and medical aid are a stark reminder of the urgent need for a peaceful resolution and the critical importance of unhindered access to humanitarian assistance. The scenes of devastation and the stories of those affected underscore the desperate urgency for an immediate end to the violence and the establishment of a safe and stable environment for the people of Gaza. The world watches with growing apprehension as the crisis unfolds, highlighting the need for immediate action to alleviate suffering and prevent further loss of life. Images of grieving families and overwhelmed hospitals paint a grim picture of the human cost of this protracted conflict. The international community faces a crucial test: to respond decisively and effectively to prevent a complete humanitarian collapse in Gaza and ensure the protection of innocent civilians. The silence of some and the belated response of others are alarming indicators that may shape the very future of the region and potentially trigger wider conflicts. The international community's failure to act decisively now will not only create more suffering in the immediate future, but could have grave consequences that will echo throughout generations to come. The consequences of inaction will be felt far beyond the borders of Gaza itself. The continued escalation of violence, coupled with the widespread lack of access to basic necessities, paints a stark picture of what the near future holds if a resolution is not found immediately. The growing threat of famine and the mass displacement of civilians underscore the need for a comprehensive and immediate response.